tell you a few things that may surprise you as residents of the province of Ontario, because there's a lot of really shocking things going on in Rondeau Provincial Park right now. Now, I'm a child of Rondeau. I grew up in Rondeau Park. My parents bought a cottage in Rondeau Park 9 months before I was born. So when I say that, I mean that honestly. Now,
oh, Jesus. Oh.
Did you touch it? I wanted to go droopy like it went with that other. Rondeau is Ontario's second oldest provincial park. It's only 1 year younger than Algonquin. And it is, and it always has been, Chatham-Kent's top tourist attraction. That's more than more than the museums, more than RM, more than anything else within the municipality of Chatham-Kent, largely due to the cottagers. Now, Rondeau is very unique among provincial parks in Ontario because Rondeau was chartered specifically for the purpose of cottaging, not for camping, but for cottaging. And back in the 1950s, we almost hit 1 million visitors a year to Rondeau. 850,000 visitors went through the gates of Rondeau Park in the 50s. In fact, you couldn't even get in because they were lined up for like a mile. That has dropped significantly, unfortunately. The last year that stats were available, there were 85% fewer, only 150,000 visitors going to the park. Now, it's interesting because back in the 50s, when it peaked, when Rondeau really was a people place, there were over 500 cottages in the park. And those cottages have dropped in number almost by 50%. There's currently 285. The other half have been bought by the provincial government when their leases expired and they were demolished. So that's, to give you an idea, there's about that many cottages, say, in Cancourt or Merlin. So it would be like turning your back on a community like that. People think, well, you must be really having a major impact on the size of the park. But Rondeau, the whole park, is 8,000 acres. The average cottage lot size is 0.15 acres. So when you multiply that by 285, 1/2 of 1% of Rondeau is occupied by cottages. 1/2 of 1%. That leaves 99.5% for everything else. Now, the cottagers are not getting a free ride. We pay similar lease fees directly to the provincial government as cottage owners and homeowners on the lake pay in taxes. We pay $800,000 a year in lease fees, plus an additional $300,000 a year in terms of service fees and gate fees. We have to buy the same park passes that everybody else has to go and visit our own property. So when you add that all up, the 285 cottages left in Rondeau Provincial Park directly contribute $1.1 million to the provincial government. That's enough to completely operate about 24 smaller parks that we pay for. Now the problem is, all 285 cottage leases expire in the year 2017. That's only 6 years away. And that's a year that we're looking at with great trepidation out there. The reason that the government refuses to renew our leases is because of our little skink friends and our little toad friends. And this is a 5-line skink, otherwise known as a blue-tailed skink. The irony is the government says that Rondeau is a fantastic habitat. It is the most successful provincial park for species at risk. One of the reasons is because the skinks and the frogs, they like our boardwalks down to the beach, for example. They like to live under them. Now, here is an example of a photo taken last year of a small tennis court that was installed in the 50s with the assistance and the permission of the Government of Ontario. The skinks loved that, but this spring, this is what happened to that tennis court. The Ministry of Natural Resources decided that it did not belong in Rondeau Provincial Park, so they sent out a diesel excavator and they completely ripped it up. And they said they had to do that to protect the habitat of the skink. So what we're looking at now is the possible destruction of our entire community in the year 2018 when the leases expire. Is this the future for Rondeau Park? We really hope not. And that's why I'm here tonight, because you're an influential group of people, and I want you to know that.